Hello guys, good morning. Once again we are here, right? Myself, Dr. Ramesh Torti, having 21 years of teaching experience only for civil services, right? And the knowledge what I have acquired in all these 21 years of my teaching experience, right, related to the optionals, I will be sharing that with you people guys, because lots of people will be having several of the apprehensions related to the optionals, right? They say which option should be taken in the examination, right? How the optionals have to be chosen in the examination, right? And which are the options which will be giving us the marks, right? If you take which option we will be getting selected into the examination and all. Okay guys, so I am going to clarify the doubts related to your optionals guys. Actually, what is an option? Okay, what is an optional subject? Right. Actually, the optional subject is your own chosen one. Okay, so you have to choose a subject, right, which you feel more comfortable guys, right? So the subject what you are choosing should be comfortable for you guys, not comfortable for the faculties or the institutions, because if I am a faculty of X subject, I will be telling that my subject is the best, so you take my option. Okay, if you take my option or the option which I teach, you will be getting the best marks. Or if you are going to an X institution where they are promoting some X or Y options, they will be telling that they are the two options which are giving you, which will be giving you the best of the marks. That is not the true guys. You choose the option which you feel comfortable. For example, I will be giving you one small story guys. I will be telling you a small story, right? There is a room. Let us suppose a closed room is present, and for that room the only opening is in the form of a window. Okay guys, there is a closed room and the opening is only in the form of a window, and that window is placed at certain heights guys, not the height where you can easily enter. Okay, so that window is placed at certain heights, and in front of that window there are several scattered boxes are present, wooden boxes are present. Okay guys, so what you will be doing guys, you will be choosing the box according to your height and your weight, right? Keeping in front of the window, you will be boarding on that and jumping into the room through the window, right guys? So what is an option? The option is your chosen one. Okay guys, or our chosen one, because the box which is comfortable for us to get on it and to jump into the room, right? So suppose one 6 feet fellow is there, he will be choosing only 1 feet heighted box. But if one is 5 feeted person, he may choose 2 feeted box height, so that he can jump perfectly into the room guys. So the boxes are nothing but the options, and once you get into the room, no one cares which box you have got onto. Okay, and the person who entered into the room says that I have taken number 1 box at the box of 1 feet, right? So depending on his abilities, he has taken that number 1 box, that is number 1 option or whatever. So what our students or the aspirants will be thinking of, because that person who entered into that room has taken number 1 box, I will also choose the number 1 box. That is not the criteria guys. Okay, because you have to choose the option or the box which you feel more comfortable. Okay, so whenever we talk about the optionals, right, the UPSC has given, right, 48 different optional subjects. Okay, so there are 48 different optional subjects are there in the UPSC from where you can choose. Okay, so what does that mean? There are 48 different boxes outside the window. So whichever the box is good for you, you get that box and step onto it and get into the room. And the room is nothing but the UPSC guys or the services. Okay, so out of these 48 optional subjects, what has been given by the UPSC from which you have to choose, right? 25 are related to the academic disciplines, academics, that is geography, history, sociology, public administration, political science, right? Economy, right? All these things, zoology, botany, law, all these things will be coming under this 25 academic disciplines guys, 25 optionals which are related to the academic disciplines, and the rest of the 23 are related to the regional languages or the literatures, right? So in that you will be having Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi, Dogri, Tamil, Telugu, even Nepali is also there guys, right? So these are all the optionals. 48 different types of optionals are being prescribed by UPSC for you to choose from guys. Okay, so out of all this, right, generally what happens, right, optional subjects are differentiated into 3 types, right, because we cannot go for 48, right, we have to choose only one. So how we will be thinking and what type of analysis we will be doing to choose the options guys? Generally, according to the specifications, the optionals can be divided into 3 types guys. Okay, so 3 types of optionals are there. The optionals which are told by the gurus or the pandits of civil services guys, those who claim themselves as the pandits, analysis of the civil service examinations, they will be coming and say that yes, according to me this and that and all, they will be telling that you have to choose one option. They are the political the gurus guys of UPSC, those who are stagnated in this arena for long, they claim themselves as the gurus. Okay, next comes the senior aspirants. Okay, the people or the persons who have written their examination once or twice, or those who are having the preparation leverage of 4 to 5 years, those who are preparing for the examination from 4 to 5 years guys, they are called as the senior aspirants, right? And the rank holders. Okay, so what the people will be looking for? Who is the first ranker, what subject he has taken, right? So obviously the rank holder who has taken the X subject, he will be telling that this subject is very good. So that's how the optional subjects can be differentiated into 3 types. Okay, the ones which are told by the UPSC pundits, right? The ones which are told by the aspirants, senior aspirants, and the ones which are given by the rank holders guys. Okay, so out of these 3 different types, okay, so the optionals, what exactly they are? Okay, one is the most popular option guys, the most popular option. So what are the options which are most popular in nature, right? So if you look at the most popular options, right, according to the data given by the UPSC guys, we are not talking about anything of our own, we are telling all these things according to the UPSC official data released guys, right? So the most popular options are nothing but the geography, number 1. From the past 5 to 6 years, many number of aspirants are taking or writing their mains with geography, and the number of selections are also from geography guys, but they are not coming in the topmost positions. Okay, the second most popular option according to the UPSC official data, what we are talking guys, the second most official popular optional is sociology. Okay, after geography, many of the services are being cornered by the people who have written their examination with sociology. Third most popular is political science and international relationships. Fourth is public administration. Actually, once upon a time, public administration was in the number 1. Okay, but it has been pushed to number 4 position guys. Okay, because lots of questions which are asked in the public administration are highly contemporary, and where they are trying to analyze the knowledge of the students or the aspirants on a contemporary basis. So until and unless you have good analytical skills and good comprehensive skills, you cannot get the good marks, guys. And the history, guys, fifth. So these are the most popular subjects, okay, or optionals which are being chosen by our aspirants, guys, for writing their examination. This is been given by the official UPSC information. Okay, the second is the best scoring one. Okay, so they say that if you write this or if you take this option, you will be given the best of the marks. So which is the best scoring marks, or which is the option will be giving you the best scores, guys? Actually, the best scores will be depending on the evaluation, guys, the correction. And what the correction will be? On your ability to comprehend the vast knowledge, whatever the knowledge you have gained in all the years of your preparation, guys. Okay, you may be preparing for the examination for 2 to 3 years, right? So what is happening? Whatever the knowledge you have gained that, right? How much you are comprehending that, and how you are writing that in a stipulated word limit. Because during your preparation, you may be getting some huge information, guys, right? Let us suppose on India and Pakistan, I am giving just an example, guys, India and Pakistan relations. So in all your preparation time, you might have got an information which is equivalent to 100 pages. Okay, so 100 pages of information is there with you to write about the India and Pakistan relations, guys. Okay, so in the examination, when he is asking, when the examiner is asking for the India-Pakistan relations, you have to comprehend all that 100 pages of information into 250 words only. Okay, so here what's happening? The best scoring ones is the evaluator will be deciding, and the evaluator will be deciding on your ability to comprehend the vast knowledge what you have acquired through your preparation time, guys. Because all the information you have to put in a stipulated word limit. So what's happening? The better you write, the best you score. That's it. Okay, because each and every person who is preparing will be reading something or the other thing, guys. Right? They will be having the information. But who will be given the marks? The better writer will be given the marks, guys. The aspirant or the contender for the civil services exam post who is writing it better, they will be given the best score. Okay, so the best scoring will be depending on your ability to write on the paper, guys, not what you will be imagining. Lots of imaginations will be there, lots of information will be there in your brain, but what you put on the paper, that matters, guys. Okay, so the presentation is more important. With all the information what you are having, the presentation should be good enough, then only you will be given the marks. So that is the best scoring. The third one is, they say that highest success rate. Okay, so which subject is having highest of the success rate? Okay, guys, so what is this highest success rate, guys? Right, it is a ratio depending on the number of aspirants appearing to the number of aspirants getting selected with specific subject, guys. For example, for X subject, 100 people are taking that subject X and writing the examination. If 100 of them are clearing the mains or clearing the interviews, getting the services, it is 100% success ratio. Right? And if the 100 people are writing with X subject and only 50 are clearing, that is called 50%. Right? So this success rate, guys, according to the UPSC data release, right, you will be just laughing, guys, because Bodo literature or the Bodo language is having 100% success rate. Okay, 1 or 2 people who have taken the Bodo as their literature in the mains, right, they got 2 people who they, if they have written, 2 persons have written, 2 persons got selected into the services. So means 100% success ratio. So this is the official data released by the UPSC, guys. Right? Bodo literature is having 100% success rate. Second comes Sindhi literature, 50% success rate. Third comes Urdu, 19.2% of success rate. Punjabi fourth, 15.4% of the success rate. And fifth one is the law, guys, 14.1% of the success rate. So these are the top 5 optionals with highest success rate. So with which you will be going? If you are going with highest success rate, can you go with the Bodo or can you go with the Sindhi? Right? If you are from South India, you will not be knowing S of Sindhi, guys. Right? And if you are from anywhere other than the Assam area, you will not be knowing B of Bodo, guys. Okay. So don't go with the highest success rate optionals. They say that this subject is having highest success rate. What is that highest success rate? Right? What you write, okay, that will be giving you the marks. Okay, guys. So you write better, you will be given the best of the marks. So the highest success rate will not be followed here, guys. Right? So the most popular subjects will also not be affected if you are writing the best answer, guys. So whatever the option you choose, you have to write it in a better manner. Then only you will be given the best of the marks, guys. But in general, the optional subjects are differentiated into these 3 types: the most popular options, the best scoring options, and the highest success rated options, guys. So this is how the students or the political pundits or the faculties of these different subjects will be trying to woo the students to take these options, because their institutions will be providing only these options or one of these options, guys. Okay. So what is generally to be taken as an option according to me, guys? And the thing what I am telling according to me has been studied for all these years of my experience, and I am putting this in front of you, guys. So according to me, what subject you should choose an option, guys, right? So you should choose an option which is having the best resource available, guys. What are the resources which should be available for the option to be chosen? Number 1, the experienced faculty. Okay, like the person who is teaching you an option, he should have vast experience and immense knowledge, guys. Okay, because experience counts, guys. Okay, the experience with the teaching abilities will be enhanced with the experience. Okay, and the way which they teach you will be more important, guys, because they should teach you the concepts in such a manner that you should understand the concepts, right? And they should make you analyze the concepts to apply them for the contemporary aspects. Okay, so the faculty whom you are choosing should be an experienced faculty who will be giving you the concepts of the subject and making you to think analytical, so that the analytical aspects can be applied to the contemporary aspects, guys. Okay, that is the experienced faculty, not the person who has written his mains once, not the person who has written his mains twice or something, because several of the institutions have come now. What they are telling, we are getting you the best faculty, or this person has written his mains twice with the same option, right, and he has scored good marks in that option. Okay, so he has taken a break this year, so we have got him, we have persuaded him to take the classes in our institution. Because the people who are still in attempting positions, guys, they will be coming for very paltry amounts. Okay, they will not be charging more. So institutions will be calling them, and the students who will be coming there, they will be thinking that my preparation time is there and I am preparing the same subject and I am delivering the same subject. So my abilities to comprehend the subject is increasing, and at the same time I am getting 20 to 30,000 per month. So it is beneficial for them, right? But the institutions will be calling them only, and they will be mesmerizing the students or the aspirants to think that yes, what they are telling is correct, because he is preparing with the same option, so that he will be giving you the best. So that is not the one, guys. You have to choose the experienced faculty for any option. The second is the study materials availability. Okay, guys, nowadays with the smartphones in your hands, right? And all the Xerox shops or photocopy shops which are present in the nearby vicinities of your institutions. There is no dearth of study materials, guys. Okay, lots of study materials is available. Study material is available for each and every subject, right? You shout for the study material going to any of the crossroads which is having lots of institutions. You will be given the study materials where you cannot load them into a gunny bag, guys. That much of study material is available. But which study material is good? Which study material will be giving you the best of the marks? That is more important, guys, because study materials are available a lot. For example, if you look at the Google only, guys, if you type for X, thousands and lakhs of sites will be coming for the X. But what site you have to choose from? Which side is giving the best of the information? That is most important. So don't go with the study material which is available, guys. Go for the best of the study materials, and the best of the study materials will be coming from only the best of the faculties who are having lots of experience. Okay, guys, this is the second. The third, the ease of reference books available, because there are certain options where the reference books are not available. Okay, if you are reading some material, or if you are reading some topic, and if you want to know a little bit more of that topic, for that topic you are not having the reference books. So this is what is a containing factor, guys. Okay, that is stopping your horizons to expand and acquire more of the knowledge, guys. So you should choose an option where the reference books are easily available for you. Okay, and the next most important thing is you should choose a subject as an option which is having the leverage, guys, or compatibility. What is this? Compatibility. Okay, so compatibility is when you are preparing for this X option, for it should also help you in the preparation of both the prelims and mains GS, guys. That is called compatibility or leverage. So you have to choose the options which are compatible with the GS. If you are reading them, you should get some information or knowledge related to the GS of both the prelims and the mains, guys. Because if you are taking any literature, okay, that is an option. You may score more, but what is happening? That will be nowhere helping you to score the marks either in the prelims or clear the prelims or scoring the marks in the mains. Okay, so what you will be doing, guys, you will be putting 100% of efforts for studying the option, and again you have to put extra efforts for studying the prelims and mains. And if you take the compatible subjects, at least you will be having some leverage. For example, if you are taking geography, guys, okay, prelims is also having geography option. If you are taking, right, preliminary examination, geography is there. Environment, ecology is also related to geography, right? Parts of economy, that is industries, infrastructures, agriculture, disasters, everything are related to geography. So you are getting a leverage, right? And you are getting some time, guys, to study the other GS subjects. The same thing is with history, right? If you are taking history as the option, right, you can get at least 20 questions from history in the prelims, and first paper is related to the historical aspects in the GS paper 1, mains GS paper 1, guys. If you are taking sociology, again in the GS paper 1, right, of the mains, you are having the social aspects. Okay, and if you are taking economy as the option, right, third paper is most of economy. Right? If you are taking public administration as an option, right, the second paper which is related to Indian polity, international relations, and the India and the surrounding or the neighboring countries, right, the governance, the schemes, etc., they are related to the public administration. The same thing with the political science and the international relations. These are two sister concern subjects, guys. There is a reason because of which they are very close to each other. And many of the people are choosing political science over public administration because political science nowadays is scoring, as just now we said, the more than the public administration. So these are called as the compatible optionals. if you read them, right, you will be having some leverage time to put your concentration on others very easily. Lots of time will be saved. And these options are all called as the non-encroachers. Because if you take other subjects as the options, the literatures are other than these compatible subjects, they will be encroaching and taking away your preparation time of GS papers. Because you have to prepare again for the GS with the same integrity, with what integrity you have prepared for the options. But if you are taking these compatible options, right, half of your preparation for GS in the prelims and mains will be taken care of, guys. So this is how you have to choose an option, right, guys? As I told you, option is the one which you have to choose and which you should feel comfortable. And many of the aspirants who are coming for the civil service examination, right, none of their mother subjects are these. Nowadays, from 2 to 3 years, these have been taken as the mother subjects, because the BA with history, geography, social economy, public administration, political sciences are gaining importance, guys. In spite of that, many of the top contenders are the aspirants who are coming from engineering backgrounds. Okay, for engineering background people, they come and they ask, sir, which option is good for me? Go with all these things, because all the options are new for you. None of the options which are given here are your mother options or the mother subjects. Anything which you study, that should give you an leverage of time, guys, and they should not encroach on the time period for GS preparation. Okay, guys, so this is how you have to choose an option. Okay, I hope with this you have got some basic information related to the optionals, how you can choose the option, right, and how you to get the what is the better manner to get the best scores, guys. Okay, thank you very much.